discuss about the female reproductive organ or gynoecium. It covers the following topics: structure of pistil or carpel, structure of ovule, development of megaspore, and development of female gametophyte. First, we will discuss about the pistil or the female reproductive organ. Gynoecium represents the female reproductive organ of the flower. It consists of one carpel. If it consists of one carpel, it is called monocarpellary. If there are two carpels are present, it is called bicarpellary. If three or more carpels are present, it is known as multicarpellary. Gynoecium may be apocarpous if these carpels are free, and syncarpous if all the carpels are fused. Each pistil has three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Here you can see the upper part is called stigma, this stalk is called style, and the swollen part of the ovary is called ovary. The topmost portion is called stigma. It serves as the landing platform for the pollen grain. The elongated region is called style. The basal swollen part is the ovary. Now the structure of ovule. Ovule is considered to be an integumented megasporangium. Here you can see that ovule is present in the center, and these are integument, outer integument and inner integuments are present, and only this region is the ovule. This complete region is the ovule, or this part is the ovule of the which is present inside the ovary. So it is the integumented megasporangium. The ovule consists of stalk and the body. Stalk is called funicle. This part is the stalk. This upper part is the ovule. This upper part is connected to the wall of the ovary, and stalk with which it is connected to the ovary is called funicle. The place of the ovary where funicle is connected is called placenta, and one end of the funicle is attached to the placenta here, and other end of the funicle is attached to the body of the ovule and is called hilum. The body of the ovule shows two ends. One is the chalazal end and other is the micropylar end. Micropylar end is one where the integument is absent. The main body of the ovule is covered by integuments. Here two integuments are present. These are outer integument and inner integument. The place where integument is absent is called micropyle. If one integument is present inside ovule, it is called unitegmic, and the ovule with two integument is called bitegmic. The integument encloses a parenchymatous tissue known as nucellus. This inner part of inside the integument is the nucellus. The cells of the nucellus have abundant reserve food material. Depending upon the orientation of the body of the ovule in relation to the funicles, there are 6 types of ovule. First is the anatropous ovule. Here you can see that the micropyle is present towards the upper side and chalaza is towards the lower side. So this is orthotropous ovule. Next is the anatropous ovule, where whole structure is curved and micropyle is towards the lower side. It is also known as inverted, and chalazal end is towards the upper side. Next is the hemitropous. They are present horizontally. You can see that the micropyle and the chalazal end, they are present at one level. Next, campylotropous. Here you can see that only body of the ovule is curved. This embryo sac is not curved. This one is the embryo sac. It is not curved, only body is curved. Here, Campylotropus, both body and the embryo sac is curved. You can see here that body is curved and the embryo sac is also curved. Next type of ovule is the Serginotropus. Here the ovule, it circles around the ovule, and or you can see the coiled, funicle is coiled. Next is the development of megaspore or megasporogenesis. The process of formation of megaspore from the megaspore mother cell is called megasporogenesis. Here you can see that there are some primary archisporial cells are present inside the nucellus. These archisporial cells then divide to form the primary parietal cell and sporogenous cell. The primary parietal cells again divide to form the tissues of the nucellus. Primary sporogenous cells, they directly functions as megaspore mother cell. Here you can see that megaspore mother cell again divide mitotically, or reductional cell division takes place, and 4 megaspores are formed here. Out of these 4 which are present towards the micropylar end, they get 3 of these 4 gets degenerated which are present towards the micropylar end, and the one which is present towards the chalazal end, they remain functional. Next is the development of female gametophyte or gametogenesis. Functional megaspore forms female gametophyte or embryo sac. Here you can see that there is only one functional megaspore is present with one nucleus. First meiotic division takes place and 2 nucleus are formed and they move towards the opposite end. Then again second mitotic division takes place, 4 cells are formed, and after third mitotic division there are 8 total 8 cells are formed, 4 towards the micropylar end and 4 other 4s are towards the chalazal end. Out of these 4, one from the micropylar end and other from the chalazal end, they move toward the center and known as the polar bodies. So here in this figure you can see that there are 3 are present towards the micropylar end. It is called the egg apparatus. In the center, egg is present and 2 synergids are present. Towards the chalazal end, there are 3 cells are present and these are called antipodal cells, and in the center there is a 2 polar nuclei are present. Now the structure of embryo sac or female gametophyte. Embryo sac is an oval, multicellular, haploid structure which embedded in the nucellus towards the micropylar half of the ovule. Embryo sac contains 8 nuclei or 7 cells are there, 3 towards the micropylar end, 3 towards the chalazal end, and 1 cell with 2 nuclei in the center which is known as polar nuclei. These 8 cells are formed because of the one meiosis which takes place in the megaspore mother cells and results in the formation of 4 megaspores. Out of these 4, only 1 remain functional, other 3 which are present towards the micropylar end, they get degenerated, and after that 3 division takes place, 3 mitotic division takes place, results in the formation of 8 nuclei. The 3 micropylar cells which are present towards the micropylar end, they are known as egg apparatus. There is a 1 larger egg cell is present. The remaining 2 cells are synergid. Each of the synergid bears filiform apparatus in the micropylar region. 3 chalazal cells of embryo sacs are antipodal cells. The cells which are present toward the chalazal end are called antipodal cells and they are 3 in number. Later on they degenerate and provide nourishment to the developing zygote. All the cells of embryo sac are haploid except central cell, which is diploid. Here you can see that it's a complete structure of ovule. This one is the embryo sac, which is present towards the micropylar end with 7 cell and 8 nuclei.